I have a Q&A for you guys today. It was more on the mental aspect of it, so I really want to address it off the course to mix it up a little bit, make it more fun for you guys, right? This gentleman asked that he practices really well, but he can't perform as well in golf tournaments, and he's just wondering what it takes to transfer your ability in pressure situation, which is an excellent question. There's so many different variables that come into play when you're playing in tournament golf. There's like that physical aspect. To play golf, you really need to have strong thighs, glutes, core, and back. If you're weak in any of these areas, then obviously during the tournament golf, you're going to start losing your form and losing your endurance, etc., etc. So you really want to be strengthening those areas that you're weak in. If you're strengthening, then you need to stretch, foam roll, and take care of your body so you don't get injured. And then, are you eating healthy food? Are you, putting good food in your body? Are you hydrating yourself? Is your body 100% ready for that tournament day? There's so many different things that come into play when it comes to just the physical aspect. And then there's a mechanical aspect. How good is your technique? Is it repeatable? Are you able to make same kind of swing under a lot of pressure? And then there's that experience part. How experienced are you? This gentleman didn't exactly mention how experienced he was. If you're only played it in a handful of tournaments, then you don't do so well, then you probably need to build experience, give yourself a lot of chances, and see if that helps you calm down and focus better during tournament golf. But if you're experienced, then you have to figure out, do you perform well under pressure or do you fall apart under pressure? Me, I tend to perform better under pressure. When there's a big gallery, when there's a lot of cameras around me, when I'm in a playoff, I focus way deeper and better. The only downside on that is when there's no one watching and there's nothing on the line, I tend to, let go of my focus. So I had to work on that. But if you get too nervous and you perform poorly under pressure, then you need to, play mind games, trick yourself, say it's not an important round, even though it may be like a 3-footer to win the US Open or something. So trick yourself, you gotta kind of play mind games. And then there is a course management part. How good is your course management? Are you smart around the course? And you need to figure out if you're an aggressive player or a conservative player. If you know what kind of a player you are, then you'll be more confident and comfortable with the decisions you make. If you're gonna go for it and you're an aggressive player, you're gonna be like, all right, I can do this. Then you'll be more confident and comfortable with the decision you just made, and you'll be able to focus a lot better over the ball. And then last but not the least, mental game. How strong is your mental game? So when you're practicing, you're comfortable with the surroundings, you're by yourself, so you're able to focus really deep. You're focusing 100%. Let's just say this is 100%. And then when you're at a tournament situation, and let's just assume you haven't played in that many tournament golf, and you get to the tournament site and there's so many people, they all look like great players, and you couldn't find a hole to putt to because the putting green was just filled with all these great players, and the whole entire day you were only able to focus, let's say, 25%. Then most likely you probably wouldn't have scored as well as if you focused 100%, right? So you have to learn to be able to focus 100% over the golf ball. So I'm not asking you to focus 100% for 5 whole hours. I'm just asking you to focus 100% just over the shots. Like when you've started the pre-shot routine, you just go from freaking out to blocking everything out and focusing 100% on what you're trying to do, and you stiff it 2 feet from the flag, and then you can let go and start freaking out and being scared of everyone else again. That's okay, because you did what you're supposed to do. You didn't let anything get in the way of focusing over the ball. Honestly, if you're not used to doing that, it'll take some time. It won't happen overnight, but keep trying at it. If you're determined enough, you'll be able to get there. I started playing golf when I was 6 or 7, very young, and I started competing when I was 9. I didn't have a mentor. I had my parents, I had my swing coach, I had my mental coach, and I would ask them the question, what do you do when you're down and you just can't turn it around? They would give me the textbook answer. You have to think positive, you have to turn it around, you have to keep pushing yourself and you'll get out of it. I know, but it's really hard to do. You guys know what I mean. When you're down, it's really hard to turn it around. And I always had this big question mark in my head thinking, is there like a secret recipe that I've been missing out on? Could I have had a mentor that would have shown me steps to get out of it like that? So every time I meet great athletes, people that's gone through high level of competition, or even if they're not athletes, I would still ask them, because they've been through so much, they know how to fight through stuff. I would ask them the same question. When you're down, how do you get out of it? And I've gotten very similar answers throughout these years. And yesterday, guys, I got my question answered. I was talking to a friend who used to be an athlete, not a golfer, but an athlete who used to compete on like the, Olympic level training. He answered with one word: determination. 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 It was jaw-dropping. I totally understood where he was coming from. You're so determined, you're not going to let anything get in your way. You're so determined, you're not going to let your weak-minded self get in the way of shooting 65. And you're so determined, you're not going to let anybody or anything get in the way of focusing 100% over that golf ball. I just was wishing that I heard this answer 20 years ago. It was amazing. And I don't really remember what he said after because I was just like floored by it. And then I added, you're either kind of like born with the determination or you don't have it. And he agreed. And then there's like all these levels in between where you have the potential, but you don't, it's embedded in there. You kind of need someone's help to bring that out of you, out onto the surface. And if you're willing to put time and effort, work into it, then right there just shows there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I was inspired by that answer and I really want to share it with you guys. So back to the question, how do you bring your true skills out onto the golf course during a tournament? Check those checklists I gave you. And if you find a weakness in any of these areas, work, do your best, put effort into it to improve those areas. And I really hope this can help you get to that next level, become a better player under any pressure situation. I would really honestly would love to hear your thoughts and comments on this video. And if I could do like a follow-up video based on what you guys think, I think it'd be super fun. #determination. Thanks guys for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.